Sam Barber, thanks for taking the time. You went to Appalachian State Tournament and came away with 3 champions. Pretty good showing for the Falcons.
Yeah, it was really good. Again, we started the season out, with some smaller teams and got some data, 2 weeks ago, and we saw some areas we needed to improve. I was really pleased with the team, internalizing that feedback and turn around, and it showed up at App State. And we were better in positions, and we wrestled more of an Air Force style of a match. So yeah, we had three champs. Did a great job. Our 2 returning national qualifiers, and Tucker Owens and Sam Wolf. They won titles, beat good guys. Sam Wolf's guy was a 2-time national qualifier. Sam's up a weight at 184. So for him to already start having those types of wins at that weight class, is really promising for him and us as a program. So he does what he does so well, and it's good to see him doing it healthy again. Gianno Petrocelli went out and wrestled a match that if he wrestles that way the rest of the season, the sky's the limit for that guy. He's a really high-level guy. He has incredible, just ability in all 3 positions, and he can wrestle a hard pace, and we got to see a little bit of that weekend, so it was exciting. Cal Sun showed up, improved, better than he was a year ago for sure, gets in the finals and wrestles a hard-fought match against Virginia guy, comes up a little bit short but second, but for sure you can see the difference in his improvement. And then a freshman, Antonio Ramos, did a great job for us, filling in for Wyatt Hendrickson for the weekend, and pinned a couple guys and got in the finals and wrestled all Division I starting competition and showed some great promise, and a couple other placers in Garrett Kutchin and Noah Blake, and I know those guys are progressing their and moving forward to their goals, and the other guys we took with us, again, they showed improvement. They showed up with great effort and attitude, and we're moving in the right direction.
For sure. It seems like you get started. It seems like you always think it's going to go slow, but, man, you start the wrestling season and it just rolls on. You got a lot going on this weekend, spreading it out in 4 different areas.
Yeah, this is probably it will be our busiest weekend of the year. We're going to split the team. We'll have 15 guys go to the Navy Classic. Again, that's a really good tournament. It's solid. It's all Division I competition. It's kind of we'll see some Power 5 schools. We'll see some some mid-major schools. We'll see Service Academy schools, obviously. So it's just a really good opportunity to go get a lot of matches against some pretty good competition. So we like that, and the diverse competition across different conferences, which is important for us because it impacts our RPI. We'll send another 15 guys to Kearney, Nebraska, and let those guys go get some matches and growth and experience. And again, another solid tournament. And again, we're just seeing so much growth in our young guys, and it's going to be important because we're going to need those guys in the future. And some of those guys will go get matches that are going to develop and are going to impact their opportunities this year. Finally, our Director of High Performance and Mitch Brown, World Class Athlete Program, they're going to the NYAC, the New York Athletic Club, to Bill Farrell. It's an international tournament. There'll be foreigners there, international competition, and hoping for those guys that do well. If they they win that, then they get a chance. They qualify for the Olympic qualifiers, and that's a big thing for Dan Erickson and Mitch both. So, and then finally, next Tuesday at State College, Wyatt Hendrickson is going to be wrestling in the All-Star Classic against number 1 ranked Greg Kirkley, guy that we wrestled in the NCAA semifinals. Last year the match didn't go our way that time, and we're excited to see that guy again. And Wyatt's obviously a little bit different wrestler than he was a year ago, and excited to go wrestle in that environment. We think it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be about 15,000 people, some of the best wrestling in the country, and we're first time ever Air Force has had somebody be part of that, and it's a big deal for our program, big deal for Wyatt to be invited to that and go compete at that level.
Final question I have for you. How important is it? A lot of other sports, you have a game and like your whole team's involved in just that game. But for you in wrestling, to have a staff that can kind of spread out and develop the guys who might have to step up next week, who knows?
Well, for us, we've talked about this, I think, in other places, but like our program, the foundation of our program is built on relationships, retention, and development, right? So getting guys opportunities to go compete and test themselves, that definitely checks the box of development, right? And then in retention, guys want to wrestle, they want to compete, they don't come here to be practice partners, they got goals, and you really can't develop into a starter in the Big 12 Conference if you don't get out and get those matches. And then finally, the relationship pieces of it is that we invest in every single guy in our program. So if you're the number 1 guy on the team or you're number 40 on the roster, we pour ourselves into you as coaches with the same type of passion and energy on the mat and off the mat. We're trying to make sure that you're achieving all your goals academically, athletically, and then you're going to get exactly the FSC that you want when you graduate. And we've got a little bit of a proof in that we're having success. We're producing doctors, fighter pilots, guys that are producing the grades to have those opportunities, and we're having guys that are standing on the podium at the NCAA championship and world champions. So hard to say you can't do it all here at the United States Air Force Academy, not just in wrestling, but in all our sports.
Absolutely. Sam Barber, thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Thanks.